Hello everyone, Nate the Great Reviews is back with another one. So, I saw the Suicide Squad last night, and I was pleasantly surprised. If you were looking just for a fun time, nothing to take too seriously, just a good time at the movies, this is a perfect movie to watch. My my favorite characters, surprisingly, were John Cena and Bloodsport. I liked Harley Quinn, but I've seen her a lot. I've never seen Bloodsport or Peacemaker, and I really liked them. Their characters were they weren't. Peacemaker wasn't really like fleshed out the best, but it could have been. I wish he had a bit more like backstory or something to him. But at the same time, it just I don't know. I really liked his character. King Shark was hilarious, which I was expecting. Rick Flag is actually really good in this movie. I didn't really like him in the other movie. And Polka Dot Man, the other guy, I kind of wish they fleshed out a bit more, but he still got his moments. I still liked him before he dies. But I don't want to go into too much spoilers, but super fun movie to watch, especially with your friends. If you're watching this by yourself, try not to take it too seriously. It's just a really dumb movie to watch. The only other complaint I have is I kind of wish there was a villain like Deathstroke or something, like an actual villain they could go against that's like human instead of going against a fucking starfish. But at the same time, the starfish concept is really cool, and I liked how they went about it. It was corny and cheesy, but in its own way. And the movie looks absolutely amazing. Like, god damn. I don't know what the budget was on this bad boy, but it looks amazing. The special effects are really good. There's a lot of blood. I don't know why there's so many people at the theaters with their kids watching this movie. I don't know how this is 14A in Canada. It's beyond me. They're dropping F-bombs every 10 seconds. There's blood like every scene. Someone's getting killed. It doesn't cut away. It shows it. Like, it's disgusting. It's awesome. I love it, but like, there's so many little kids there. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, my mom would not be letting me watch it. That I was 10 years old. Like, it's insanely bloody. I think my favorite scene out of the movie was when Peacemaker and Bloodsport go at each other. I thought that was pretty awesome. It did kind of find it silly how Peacemaker survived that, but apparently there's a Peacemaker TV show. I thought there was a movie coming out, but there's a TV show coming out. Who knows? That could be really good. I really like this character in this, and I wouldn't mind watching a couple episodes if it's not too long of a show. But I think this movie had a bit too much comedy for me. Like, I still laughed at everything. It's not like I didn't laugh at all. I was fucking laughing the whole time. But I don't know. I get that like Marvel feel, especially James Gunn, like the guy that made Guardians of the Galaxy. To me, like, there was a couple emotional moments, but like every time they were followed up almost by a joke right after, which kind of like takes you out of the moment. I don't know. You don't feel the whole emotional impact, but not all the emotional scenes were like that. Like, my biggest gripe was like Polka Dot Man when we was sitting there and talking about how his mom got him infected and all that, blah blah blah. And I was getting really interested in it, and then they turn it into a joke because he sees his mom everywhere, and it was funny. Don't get me wrong, I laughed my ass off. It just, after like thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know, it could have been a bit more emotional, and then Buddy ends up dying anyway, so whatever. But really fun movie. I had an absolute blast. I couldn't stop laughing. Couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I had to pee most of the time, so that sucked. But whatever. It's the benefit. That's the benefit of you should sometimes watching it at your own house. You can pause it and go to the washroom, not miss anything. I did not want to miss anything. I was really invested the whole movie, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, there's a couple of villains, and there's other villains. There's the Thinker. I didn't mind him either. I thought he was pretty good. I thought the actor did a pretty good job. And he looks exactly like that in the comics, so. And the military. The military were just kind of there. And it wasn't that big of a deal, but the way they took the starfish out was really cool. The fight scenes in this were really good. My favorite fight scene was probably the one with Harley Quinn. Even though I've seen her fight a lot of times, that was a good scene. And actually, I forgot to mention the scene with Bloodsport and, oh my god, Peacemaker, sorry. The scene with those guys, and they're like trying to one-up each other. Oh my god, that was like the best. It was hilarious. And it was just non-stop gory, non-stop action. Big spectacle, big starfish, and it was pretty fucking fun to watch. You definitely get that. You can kind of get that Guardians of the Galaxy vibe off of it sometimes, like that lighthearted kind of feel. But when it wants to be emotional, it was really good, and it paid off. I gave this movie an 8 last night, and I think I'm gonna stick with that. So, thank you everyone for watching the review.